guys, we're still on the topic here about all my videos being deleted. I'm a big problem, because I really had to make space for these reviews so people won't get mixed up on what I'm doing. So I had to delete those videos so I can have these movie reviews separated together so people don't think I'm stupid with those old videos. But regardless, I did also delete movie reviews that were really meant for a movie review. So today, I decided I look at 4 winter movies I saw that I can review now that I haven't reviewed yet. But this review will only be 2 minutes for each one because it's kind of have a little time limit for this. So each review will be only 2 minutes or less, and I'll try saying as much as I can. And remember, I will start making more reviews, more top 10s on old movies. And regardless, let's get started, shall we? So the first movie we can review is Mary Poppins Returns. I saw this movie that December 20th, so that counts because it was December. And this movie has a sequel to the original, which really holds up. Honestly, though, that's the thing here, because Mary Poppins Returns has really thrown himself go. Back in 1964, when the classic Mary Poppins movie came out, everyone was having so much fun watching it. So at this point on, Mary Poppins Returns has gotten his share of being a good classic to rewatch at this time. At this point, it has been 55 years since the original Mary Poppins, and that's why Mary Poppins Returns really holds up. This movie is half a sequel, but also half a reboot. It's a sequel because it rehashes everything the same way instead of changing every character. Sure, Julie Andrews isn't playing Mary anymore, but that's not the thing here. Dick Van Dyke's in it, so that's something. If Dick Van Dyke's in it, that's perfectly cool. And unlike Ghostbusters 2016, where Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray played very unfunny roles, this time Dick Van Dyke has something to his performance and knows how cool it is to finally be again in a Mary Poppins movie. Another thing that was brought on is that they do the same type of thing like in the original film, except in the original film, there was a song for each one, but that song for each one actually publishes something new with whatever took through. There's a story rather than just adventure. They put story in it for Disney nowadays because Disney has story to follow. And regardless, you can see what you're thinking here. The music in this movie is wonderful, and the effects of the animation is so groundbreaking that you just really have fun watching it. So Mary Poppins Returns is great at that of being wonderful animation into it. The animation was put into it really well. I know what you're thinking. It's kind of been more than 2 minutes. I spent more than 2 minutes of this review. Well, it's gonna take a little more. All right, new rule: 3 minutes or less. Okay, let's just change that. The animation they mixed into it was really incredible. This movie holds up really well to the original, putting new music, new effects, and new adventure to it. Maybe sure some of the actors changed, but we don't need actors. We just need Mary Poppins. You get the classic into a theater. That's just automatically pulls in nostalgia. For flashback cinema, where they play old movies, just watching Mary Poppins Returns pretty much feels like you're already bought a ticket to flashback cinema. Except it's new. So the next film is Aquaman, a film I saw, and I haven't talked about this movie yet, so we can say more about it at this point now. Now, in some DC Extended Universe movies, that doesn't work really well, because in Batman vs. Superman, they killed off Superman for no reason. In Wonder Woman, they had an opening that no one knew about, and then randomly went on to the story. In Suicide Squad, it followed villains that people won't really get a chance for. And Justice League, we see the wrong type of superheroes. Instead of seeing the basic Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Flash, and all that stuff. It's only 5 of them this time. Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, The Flash. Sure, Superman was appearing, but that's besides the point. Now when Aquaman came out, I actually had so much fun watching this movie. This movie has a perfect allusion to how Aquaman starts. In the comic books, we all see Aquaman as one of the worst superheroes of all time, doing nothing but controlling fish, talking to fish. That's stupid, you know? Well, in the movie, that's not really what the case here. The movie actually follows Aquaman doing better tricks and actually having movement to it. He's not just there to talk to fish. He actually fights in a perfect manner. His suit looks cool. The style of live action is really neat. While the CGI isn't really that much for me, I'm not a big fan of it, you know. CGI in this movie is kind of random. But regardless, the movie perfectly showcases how cool Aquaman is in the DC Extended Universe rather than the comics. Now, there is one flaw of this. You ever know how Marvel Cinematic Universe gets movies that rip off? Because Batman vs. Superman came out the same year as Captain America Civil War did. Captain America Civil War was awesome, and Batman vs. Superman was the complete opposite of that movie. Justice League also was kind of filmed for the Avengers. While the Avengers was the big hit in 2012, it turns out Justice League was a big bomb in 2017, and I actually don't understand why. I like Justice League, but just doesn't beat Avengers. As well for Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman, those 2 movies don't really have anything for the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Or what Man of Steel? Man of Steel is like Captain America the First Avenger, except with him in it. Aquaman is like 4, because it's about a guy who lives in a different realm, comes into the real world, and also has a brother who's the villain of the movie. That kind of looks, that sounds right, don't you think? Aquaman has a perfect story and a perfect trait, and like I said before, it's way better than the comic books. So I recommend it. Even if you hate the comic books, you gotta watch the movie. It perfectly flips off the comic books really well.
It's glass, isn't it?
Now we're gonna skip ahead to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I saw that movie, but I already reviewed it. Let's skip through to Glass, which came out in 2019, the first film of 2019 I saw. And it's cool, you know? M. Night Shyamalan has done some pretty good movies, but also done some bad ones. The good ones include The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and a bunch of those fun films with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. They get a performance. The bad ones include After Earth, Signs, The Last Airbender, and if I say this, it also includes Glass. I did not really find Glass to be a somewhat good movie. It was kind of dumb in one way because all I see is prison. All we see is Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, and James McAvoy doing their roles in prison. It doesn't really feel good, you know? We don't see that much action as we wish we did. Sure, the other films didn't have action, but at least those had a decent story to look at. This one has no decent story. There's no kid who sees dead people. There's no weird twist. We just see the interact together in prison. And when there is scary stuff in it, that scary stuff is just stupid. Okay? It's really stupid. There's no awesome effects in it. There's no awesome effort. It's just another manic M. Night Shyamalan crap thing that people don't feel like watching. I know people really had fun watching this, but I didn't. And what get worse, at the end they killed off the Free so they can get M. Night Shyamalan to start some new stuff. That's a great idea, right? No, it's not a great idea. It's dumb. The problem is that M. Night Shyamalan has done some awful movies. This wasn't really much of a help. I don't want to be rude to M. Night Shyamalan. I'm just saying he should feel sorry for this movie because I know I do. If you're watching this M. Night Shyamalan, which you probably aren't, but if you are, I'm not going to be rude at you. I know you're trying your hardest, but please just do a little bit easier at this point. I don't want to be rude. I just want to help you. Okay?
Yep, it's this movie again. I don't think I ever talked about this movie for new people, so I guess it's time to talk about it again. And this will be a little bit long, so just keep in mind. Here we go about the review.
So yeah, the Lego Movie 2 is seriously the perfect movie for us, you know? Now, the movie doesn't really beat the Lego Movie 1 or the Lego Batman movie. It beats the Lego Ninjago movie, but that doesn't make it anything special, okay? Here's my fella. I know he's not good at talking, but I'm gonna let him do this for once, okay? I gave him a rule. If he's talked anything rude about me, I'll cut off all his hair. So, you better be nice about it, okay? I have something I gotta do. I'll be right back. Well, anyway, he's right. The Lego Movie 2 is a perfect movie to watch. The actors are neat. The styles are neat. We all love this movie, and I do too. The problem is, though, that we're not in it. They took out Star Wars characters. They have no Marvel characters. I don't know why. Why do they have Marvel characters and Star Wars characters? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. So, listen. The reason Star Wars and Marvel never made cameos in this movie is because Warner Brothers couldn't get the rights for those Disney icons. Now that Marvel and Star Wars are Disney icons, they couldn't get the fun rights to use them for this movie. Actual copyright claims don't really want them for this performance. So it does make sense. They can't do that. Unless the Lego movie was made by Disney, it would make sense. But that would mean they wouldn't have DC heroes. This movie is a perfect exception, though. The cast, and like he said, the cast members are perfect. Except they took out two famous villains from the original. With Will Ferrell and Liam Neeson doing the fun performances, they're not doing the performance in this movie. Sure, they made one or two appearances, just one, but that didn't help. They should have been the entire movie. Will Ferrell is a funny actor. He's in stuff like Elf, Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Saturday Night Live, and in the Lego movie, he was a perfect villain. And now he's not in the movie. What gives with that? What gives with that? I don't know what does give with that, but really though, so yeah, you can't really see much. You can't. Nope. Can't. I'm sorry, because apparently Lego Movie 2 should have done hard. Who they replaced it with? A villain played by Tiffany Haddish. Okay, why? I'm not saying I hate Tiffany Haddish. She's a decent actor. But why is she in this movie? Hold on. Why is she in this movie? I can't understand that. She doesn't deserve this movie. She deserves comedy. She was in a movie with Kevin Hart. She deserves more than this. She's getting movies. She's in Groupon commercials now. Yeah, this performance afterwards, now she's in Groupon commercials. The Lego Movie 2 is a great movie, but maybe it's not too great as I think it is. There's story changes. The changes to buy. The animation's not changing that much, but who cares? I'm cool today. The Legos are perfectly done. And I loved how the buildings, they statues were perfect. So the Lego Movie 2 is a good movie, but does not mean it's better than the original Lego movie. Alright, well, those are my thoughts. I think I had enough today. Next review I'm getting to is coming soon, so stay tuned. Coming soon, you. Coming soon.